By far, one of the most emotional moments in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was at the very ending of the movie, spoilers, when we have the death of Ben Solo after he kisses Rey in the world of Exegol inside of Palpatine's throne room. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 is that a lot of fans have been wondering about exactly where the future of Star Wars is going to go, exactly how Disney and Lucasfilm are going to handle their new Star Wars Expanded Universe, also known as their new Star Wars Universe, simply, that's going to be modeled after the MCU. And what I mean about that is that a lot of projects will be interconnected. We're talking about TV shows, movies, books, novels, video games, the list goes on and on. And now that they are crafting these new projects, they have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects, both in animated and live-action form, as well as other projects such as books and novels, over 50 of which are currently being developed as we speak. And that really is a big deal because we do know that they are really trying their very best in order to craft a new EU, just like how Lucasfilm was doing this just after the release of Return of the Jedi, where we had all these different books, comics, and stuff around those lines. Now we have live-action TV series on top of all of that. Now, with that being said, the character of Ben Solo, a lot of people have been wondering exactly why J.J. Abrams left it so ambiguous about Ben Solo not showing up as a Force ghost at the very end of Episode 9, and it could very well tie directly into this, what we are going to talk about right now. Now, specifically, currently both Disney and Lucasfilm are busy and focused on developing their new Star Wars universe, also known as their new Expanded Universe, that will evolve and adapt the Star Wars franchise into something new in the form of books, TV shows, novels, video games, and more. Now, it's noted that one of the big plans that Lucasfilm currently has in store is to bring back the character of Ben Solo in an untitled project for their new Star Wars universe and to revive the character in some way, shape, or form. It's noted that this plan is said to be a project that will take place sometime after the events of Episode 9, and will borrow some of the original ideas by George Lucas and his original forms of the scripts for Return of the Jedi and other movies a part of his original trilogy. It's unclear as to when the project will release, but in its early development, and it's actually said to be a part of their new Expanded Universe that will continue the story of Ben Solo in a unique and unexpected way for the fans around the world, that will answer questions related to Ben Solo. Since Adam Driver's exit from the sequel trilogy, since he is no longer attached to Star Wars, it's also unclear if Adam Driver has anything to do with this project. The only way he would be is if he is involved in a way as far as the TV show or something animated on Disney Plus goes. Now, on top of all of this, however, this project could easily be a book, comic, or novel that will explain Ben Solo's return. The idea that was actually pitched in order to bring back Ben Solo, in order to revive Ben Solo in some way, could also tap into George Lucas's original idea for temporarily bringing back Obi-Wan Kenobi to life that came back to life in his original script for Return of the Jedi before the idea was scrapped and cancelled by George decades ago. So, the thing about Ben Solo, right, I think it's a character that we all love, and I think it's a character that we really should have gotten more in The Rise of Skywalker, and should have really actually received more lines in Episode 9. Now, yes, given, Kylo does become Ben Solo once he lays eyes on the vision of Han Solo, that's right when he begins to turn. So technically, we do have a couple lines of dialogue of Ben Solo. Other than that, everything on the world of Exegol, there are virtually no lines of Ben Solo, so we never really got to actually experience that side of the character too much, and it's a character that I honestly really do love. Now, do I think that they're going to be doing this in the form of an animated TV series, or a live-action TV show, or maybe even a book, novel, or comic? If I really have to be realistic here, I think that there's a greater chance that this is going to be an animated TV series that's going to connect to what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that they are currently developing The Rise of Skywalker sequel series that's going to be like a Star Wars Rebels, The Clone Wars type of thing, where it's animated, it's going to be, set in a number of seasons, that's going to take place after Episode 9, telling us the story of Rey, Poe, Finn, and others. That's exactly where I could see Ben Solo coming into the equation. Will it be voiced by Adam Driver? I'm not quite sure about that because he said he is, as far as he knows, he's not coming back as Ben Solo. However, he could be referring only to live action material. Again, like I say, when we look at Star Wars as a whole, we do know that anything can really happen here. Look at what Ewan McGregor had to do. Ewan McGregor had to lie for years that there was no Obi-Wan Kenobi movie currently in development and that he has heard virtually nothing. And really, Ewan admitted that he actually knew about the Kenobi show for 4 years straight. So that's a very good thing to actually think about. So with that being said, guys, what do you think about this big plan by Disney and Lucasfilm with Ben Solo? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.